I've been in the athletic training profession for 23 years, and you never think something like this is going to happen.
This McDonough-Loyola rivalry was a big game. We just didn't know at the moment how big it was going to be for Peter.
As a mom, you always watch your son. You may follow the ball here and there, but you always end up on him.
It was an unsettled play, and this happens a lot in lacrosse.
Peter was trying to break up a fast break. He took a shot to the chest.
And just the exact moment of when that ball struck him, there was a reaction. He took 1.5 steps and was down.
I saw him go down. I saw his legs flap up in the air, so I knew that it wasn't good.
So when Peter was struck with the ball in the chest, it was the perfect storm of the location and the timing of his heartbeat that sent him into sudden cardiac arrest. You have about 3 to 4 minutes to rectify that sinus rhythm. As we approached Peter, we didn't know what to expect. He was unresponsive to any verbal and physical stimulation. There was no radial pulse, no carotid pulse. Time is of the essence here, so we immediately initiated the emergency action plan.
And that was really when it was starting to hit me that, this was pretty serious.
Our emergency action plan calls for an immediate call to 911, getting the AED on scene, and to start hands-only CPR. The hands-only CPR is basically doing the heart's job in the interim until you can get it functioning on its own. It's a life-saving technique. If you don't have the CPR and you don't have the device, the individual doesn't survive.
It felt like an out-of-body experience, honestly, being there, watching it all, knowing that there was a chance he wasn't going to make it.
Fortunately, the AED was on site on the sideline. It took less than a minute for the AED to be powered on, the pads placed on Peter's chest, analyzed, and the shock delivered in less than 1 minute and 30 seconds.
All of a sudden, Dr. Dudas said, "Hold tight. I think I have something faint." With that, I looked up, and his head literally rolled up.
If I knew at that moment that he was okay.
I kind of looked around, and there was 7 people around me. I'm happy that they were trained and they were at our game just to be there and save me.
I have the pad. It's all Kevlar, and then it also has a heart pad, which is the main thing for me because I got hit right in this area.
Not a lot of kids end up surviving what happened to me. It's not a fun process to go through, and it's just very scary. The people that helped me, I'm just forever grateful for them. To be able to just come back out here 2.5 weeks after, just like that, I was back.
I kind of joked that the lacrosse ball hit his heart, and he loves lacrosse now even more than he did. Everyone should have the same chance that Peter had of surviving.
Our takeaway was, of course, how fortunate we were, but there's a lot of people that aren't so fortunate. For us, as we understand what's required and what's not required, is that AEDs should be required at all athletic events.
But more important than having an AED on site is having it accessible for a cardiac event within 2 to 3 minutes. I have a son the same age as Peter, and it would have devastated me if we couldn't have saved someone's life because we didn't have access to the device that's on the grounds at our school.
Every time we drive into this campus, we look over, we think what could have happened. And you're grateful for it every day.